From the vast openness of the Sahara Desert to the deepest recesses of the Marianas Trench, there are some unbelievable places out there that are sure to fill you with wonder, but it might surprise you to discover that some of these places can actually be visited. Join us as we take a look at some incredible options. Antelope Canyon. By far one of the most beautiful and picturesque areas that America has to offer is Antelope Canyon, which is a selection of sandstone canyons that have been molded from high-velocity erosion over millions of years. The jagged edges of the canyon create vortices as air travels through, causing the erosive forces in charge of its formation to really do a number on the sandstone around it. It's this slow process that has resulted in the most photographed canyon in the world, which has many visitors feeling like they are exploring some distant world off in a galaxy far, far away. The Antelope Canyon has been split into two main parts known as the Upper Antelope Canyon and Lower Antelope Canyon. The upper section of the canyon is the most visited portion of the site, as this is the portion that can be accessed easily without any climbing experience. The same can't be said for the lower portion of the canyon though, which demands a thorough understanding of the dangers that this trip brings with it. It's not like you'll be free from climbing or anything, with ladders being put in place to foster a great trip for all, but all visitors are made aware of how dangerous the climb can be. The trip is most certainly worth it, with tourists of the canyon being able to explore the vast expanses of the narrow passages that have been forged through the canyon. It truly is an out-of-this-world experience that is available to anyone in the Arizona region. So, if you wanted to see the incredible sights that the Antelope Canyon has to offer, be sure to book a trip there soon. Just be mindful that the site is often closed over the monsoon season since it's prone to flooding. Salar de Uyuni. If you're more of a fan of flat land though, then look no further than Salar de Uyuni, which is considered to be the largest salt flat in the world. This incredible site is located in the Potosi region of Bolivia and covers an area of just over 10,500 kilometers. The story behind how this salt lake was established is absolutely incredible, having a lot to do with the transitions from one prehistorical lake to another across eras. History buffs will have their collective breaths taken away by the beauty that is Salar de Uyuni, and that's without first looking at what the area actually has to offer in terms of sites. You see, the region isn't just rich in salt, but lithium as well. Since the ground is so incredibly flat there, space agencies across the globe actually make use of this region to recalibrate the satellites that they have revolving around the Earth. Take your first step into Salar de Uyuni and your nostrils will be filled to the brim with the smell of salt, which feels similar to an early morning stroll on the beachfront, just cranked up by a few thousand degrees. But if you really want to see and feel all the site has to offer, be sure to visit in the rainy season when the lakes of Salar de Uyuni flood their banks. This results in the region reflecting the sky and becoming what has been termed the world's largest natural mirror. It's a site that you'll have to see to believe and should definitely feature on your bucket list in the future. Lavender Garden. To take in the next unbelievable location on our list, you'll have to first book a ticket to London, England, which is known for incredible sights such as the Big Ben and Buckingham Palace. This unbelievable place is, however, of a different kind. The Lavender Garden of London is considered to be the finest lavender nursery in the world. The natural paradise can be found in the region of Carshalton Village, which is just a few kilometers outside of the city itself. There is no better place to take a break from the hustle and bustle of London. The lavender fields are spread across 25 acres of land in total, after all, allowing you more than enough time to get lost in the serenity and natural joy that it has to offer. If this does sound like something that is in your wheelhouse, be sure to visit between the months of November and December, as this is when lavender fields are at their fullest bloom. It's also important to note that this incredible garden has been grown using purely organic methods, making it one of the largest organic fields in the world. You can also expect to find the prettiest of butterflies and small birds roaming across the open fields, making for an incredible experience that shouldn't be missed. The Patagonian Ice Caves. If you're a fan of the Arctic cold but aren't too interested in getting lost in the actual Arctic, then the Patagonian Ice Caves of Chile might be a great location to check out on your next holiday. This ice marble cave network is one of the most famous cave networks in the world, and as we mentioned earlier, is located in the Chilean region of Patagonia. Formed by rushing of chilled water across millennia, the ice caves of Chile transport visitors to a new world that is begging to be explored. Its unusual formation has also given it the name of the Marble Caves, looking as if it had actually been carved from marble by the hands of God himself. The turquoise water that flows into the network comes directly from the General Carrera Lake and is so clear that it allows for light to permeate through it and fill the cave with a blue hue. The turquoise color of the water is actually the result of the mixing of different particles from the ice of glaciers which have melted over the years. This is why both the level and color of the water changes each and every time you visit the location, making every stay one to remember. Just be sure to take your warmest winter coat with you, as the Patagonia draconian ice caves of Chile can be incredibly cold. Son Doong Cave. Vietnam is one of the most frequented countries in the world when it comes to tourist travel, mostly due to the rich culture of the region and the cheap prices that vacations can cost the foreigner in question. While this results in a number of young visitors who attend the land for the many midnight parties and festivals that it has come to be known for, Vietnam also offers some of the best natural locations that are sure to blow your mind. One of these is the Son Doong Cave, which just so happens to be the largest cave that has ever been discovered. Located in the region of the Quang Binh province, the natural monument was discovered back in '91 by a local explorer named Ho Khan. The story behind its formation is that it was created over the years from decaying limestone, with this decay being set in motion by the constant erosion of a river. As such, it apparently took around 3 to 5 million years to form, which isn't a surprise considering how it's about 200 meters wide and 150 meters tall with an overall length of approximately 9 kilometers. According to the BBC, the Son Doong Cave has been officially designated as the largest and most beautiful cave on Earth, with its mouth opening up to an expansive and lush forest which is beset with smaller rock monuments. In order to reach the cave, you'll have to get yourself a guide to take you through the Pong Ba Khe Bang National Park, as this is where the cave can be found. You'll also be able to take in the broader sights of the national park along the way, which is well worth it. Be sure to bring your camera along though, as you'll want to remember this impressive sight for as long as you live. The Sagano Bamboo Forest. On the topic of lush forests, we feel like we'd be doing you all a disservice if we didn't mention the Sagano Bamboo Forest of Kyoto, Japan. As a Western civilization, we have a certain impression of forests being large, sprawling areas filled to the brim with wildlife and towering canopies of leaves. This isn't the case all across the globe though, especially when it comes to the structured area that is the Sagano Bamboo Forest. Covering a grand total of around 16 square kilometers, there's no doubt that this region of plant life is sprawling, but it is by far one of the most naturally organized plots of land that the world has to offer. You get this strange feeling of absolute tranquility when you stand in the center of the Sagano Forest and look out into the vast expanse of bamboo that can be found all around. Remember, bamboo isn't a tree at all, but a form of grass, which makes this forest of green so impressive to look at. Tunnel of Love. Last but not least, we have the Tunnel of Love, which can be found in the town of Klevin, Ukraine. As the name suggests, this is one of the most romantic spots in the world and consists of a 3-kilometer-long railway line that is surrounded on either side by overgrown trees that lean over to form a tunnel. The area is known to attract both photographers and lovers, with many a man popping the big question upon reaching the end of the short hike. It's the perfect combination of man-made and natural ingenuity, with beauty that will only be believed once seen. What do you think of these unbelievable spots across the globe? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below.